Did you know that a promise made during the 2024 campaign to make Social Security tax-free may never become a reality? Millions of retirees were counting on it. Some even cast their votes believing that relief was right around the corner. But here we are in 2025, and that promise, it's missing from the latest tax bill. What happened? Why was such a bold commitment suddenly pushed aside? And what does the new bill actually include that affects your benefits? Stick around, because in this video, we're going to break down what went wrong, what the bill offers instead, and how these changes may directly impact your wallet, not just now, but in the years to come. Before we dive in, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Did you believe that Social Security would finally be tax-free in 2025? Let me know how you feel now that the tax break didn't make it into the bill. Your voice matters, especially on issues that affect so many seniors across the country. And if you appreciate honest, clear, and compassionate updates on Social Security and retirement, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. This helps more seniors find trustworthy information and helps me keep bringing you updates that actually matter. During the 2024 election, President Trump made a sweeping promise: no federal income taxes on tips, overtime pay, or Social Security benefits. For many older Americans living on fixed incomes, that message was more than just political talk. It was a ray of hope. Retirees imagined keeping more of their monthly checks, finally getting some relief after years of hard work and faithful contributions to the system. Many voters believed that at long last, the tax burden on Social Security would be lifted. It felt like a long overdue correction to a system that taxes the very benefits people spent their entire working lives earning. But now, as the new tax legislation is unveiled by House Republicans in 2025, that major promise is, shockingly, not included. There's no mention of eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits. It's simply not part of the plan. The bill is being marketed as a big and beautiful piece of tax reform. But for retirees hoping to see a full tax exemption, it feels more like a big omission. That tax relief many of you were counting on, it's been left out. Instead of a full Social Security tax exemption, the bill offers something more limited: a $4,000 income tax deduction for individuals over age 65. As long as their modified adjusted gross income is under $75,000. $150,000 for couples filing jointly. Now don't get me wrong, this deduction may help some lower and middle income seniors. But let's be clear, a deduction is not a tax exemption. It reduces the income you're taxed on. It does not eliminate the tax entirely. If you were expecting a clean break from Social Security taxes, this probably feels like a far cry from what was promised. There are a few reasons, and some of them are deeply embedded in how Congress operates. First, there's the Byrd Rule in the Senate. This rule restricts what can be included in bills passed through budget reconciliation, a process that allows for quicker approval with a simple majority. Unfortunately, Social Security tax changes are usually blocked by this rule because they're not considered to directly affect the federal budget. To pass a law eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits, you'd need 60 votes in the Senate. And in today's hyper-partisan environment, reaching that threshold is incredibly difficult. Even beyond political rules, there's a much bigger problem: money. Taxes on Social Security benefits bring in more than $100 billion every year, split between Social Security and Medicare. In 2025 alone, it's expected to generate $60.8 billion for Social Security, $42.6 billion for Medicare. That revenue helps keep both programs afloat. Removing the tax without replacing that income would push the trust funds closer to insolvency. In fact, projections show that without those taxes, the Social Security Trust Fund could run dry 2 years earlier, by 2032 instead of 2034. If other proposed tax cuts, like on tips and overtime, also go into effect, benefits could be slashed by 1/3 by 2035. It's a dangerous trade-off. Provide immediate relief or protect the long-term survival of the program. The current GOP plan does include temporary tax breaks for tips and overtime pay, and an increase in the child tax credit from $2,000 to $2,500. But here's the catch. Many lower-income families won't benefit because they don't owe enough in taxes to take advantage of the full credit. Meanwhile, the bill also includes massive cuts to Medicaid, up to $880 billion, with stricter work requirements and reduced federal support for states. Critics argue these cuts hurt vulnerable groups, including seniors, while the wealthiest Americans reap most of the benefits. One analysis found that the top 0.1% of earners would receive more in tax breaks than the bottom half of Americans combined. Here's something most people don't know. Lower-income seniors already pay little or no federal tax on their benefits. So eliminating the tax entirely would mostly benefit higher-income retirees. According to the Tax Policy Center, the richest 20% of Social Security recipients would get over $7,000 in tax breaks each year. Meanwhile, those in lower brackets would see almost no change. This raises important questions about fairness and equity. Should we be prioritizing relief for those who already have more? Or should we focus our efforts on the seniors who are barely getting by? The Trump administration still publicly supports the idea of eliminating taxes on Social Security benefits. It's a powerful message. You paid into the system your whole life. Why should you be taxed again when it's finally time to collect? But as we've seen, campaign promises don't always translate into real-world policy. The budgeting process is complicated, and every tax cut comes with trade-offs. For now, if you're over 65 and your income is under $75,000, that $4,000 deduction might offer a small bit of relief. But if you're receiving income from retirement accounts or pensions, your tax situation might still be more complex, so it's worth reviewing closely. And as for that full tax exemption on benefits, it's not dead, but it's definitely not arriving anytime soon. So let me ask you, do you believe Social Security should be tax-free, no exceptions? Or should we find another way to support the system without cutting benefits in the future? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you've ever felt frustrated seeing your Social Security check shrink after taxes, share your story. You're not alone, and your experience might help someone else feel seen and understood. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It takes just a second, but it means the world to me and to thousands of seniors who rely on honest updates like this one. We'll keep this conversation going. Until next time, take care and stay informed.